Hey YouTube, it's Adam from imamusicmogul. Today's video, I'm going to show you a free plugin that can help widen up your sounds in Logic or any DAW that you use. It can also help narrow your sounds as well. Why would you want to narrow your sounds? Well, I will show you why in just a moment. Right here we got the D.R.A.M Broccoli featuring Lil Yachty remake we put together a little whiles back. Here's a little quick preview of that session if you did not hear it before. Alright, so we're going to jump right in and widen up some of the sounds. The first sound that I usually like to go to widen up my sounds within my beats is my clap sound. So let's go over to our clap. So if we go ahead and open up that free plugin, the plugin is by Izotope and it's called Ozone Imager. Here it is right here. Now the clap has a little bit of width to it already, but we're going to make it even wider. So if we pull up our width amount, so let's say about 50%, we're going to turn on Stereoize and pull up this amount to about, I don't know, 20. We're going to get our clap to be nice and wide. So here's with it bypassed, enabled. Now you can do some dramatic things with this. If you really want to make it wide, just pull up your width amount to 100. So right now we're running into some issues and it's a good point to look at it. I'm not going to go into detail what each one of these means and how to read them, but what we want to look at carefully is the correlation meter, and it's very easy to read. If you are from 0 to +1, that means your track is in phase. If it's hovering from 0 to -1, your sounds are not in line and they're going to be out of phase, and that's what we just saw right now. So that means our clap is out of phase. It's losing sort of sample audio. So when you listen to it, things are going to be missing. It's not good. When you sum down to mono, you might lose some bits of that clap, and we don't want that happening. So right there, you know there's a problem. You went too far on your spreader, your imager, your widening effect, so you got to pull back. And now we're back into phase and still have that widening effect. All right, the next thing that we can make nice and wide is our hi-hats. Right now, these are very dead center. If I pull up our Ozone Imager, we can see that by this vector scope right here. If we pull up the width, let's turn on Stereoize, pull up the amount. We just made it wide just like that, and you can see it here in a vector scope, all the pieces spreading across the left and right channels. But the main one is still down the center. So if we bypass that, narrow, we'll enable it. It makes it a lot wider sounding just by changing these two sliders. Now you're gonna hear the difference if you have headphones on. If you're listening to it on your iPhone or regular speakers, you might not hear the difference so much, but the difference is very audible. All right, the next thing I want to show you that you could use this plugin is to narrow your sounds. Now people always want to widen their sounds. You're saying, why would I want to narrow my sounds? Well, some sounds should not be widened and it should be more narrow, and it'll give it more punch. One of them being is the kick. So let's see what our kick is looking like if I open up the plugin. So the kick is a little bit wide, it's not dead center. And if I want to make this more punch and break through all of the other sounds, leave some more space in the left and right channels for the other stuff, I'm going to pull down my width to -100 to make it extremely narrow. So that's going to be nice and dead center, and it'll leave more room for our clap and hi-hat. All right, so the last thing I want to show you guys is using this widening effect on your vocals. Now we'll be using my terrible vocals from my Lil Yachty vocal tutorial, how to get the Lil Yachty sound. We're going to pull that plugin on this track, go mono stereo so we get that stereo effect. And here is how my terrible vocals sound.
Hey little mama, would you like to be my sunshine? Hey little mama, would you like to...
So right now you see it's dead center, but we want our vocals nice and wide as we hear with our favorite artist. We're trying to stereoize, pull up the amount, pull up the width amount, and we're gonna get our vocals nice and wide. Now again, I'm just pulling this up just from at random, but you're gonna actually sit down and kind of pinpoint where and how wide you want your sounds to be.
Hey little mama, would you like to be my sunshine? Hey little mama, would you like to be my sunshine? Hey little mama, would you like to be my... Hey little mama, would you like to be...
So right there you can see that it really gets nice and full.
Hey little mama, would you like to be my sunshine?
Full and wide. Again, if you do push this too hard, you're gonna get some phase issues.
Hey little mama, would you like to be my sunshine? Hey little mama.
And if it starts sounding sort of robotic and super chorusy, you know some phase issues are happening, even though it's just hovering around 0. So pull back, do this effect nice and subtly, and it'll make a long ways difference.
Hey little mama, would you like to be my sunshine?
So that is Isotopes Ozone Imager. It is free. I'm going to place a link in the description box below so you can go ahead, download that, and use that to widen up your sounds and narrow up your sounds as well. Now this isn't a sponsored video. This is a plugin that I grabbed on my own accord and I liked it, so I want to show it to you guys, and it's free, so why not show it to you guys and get yourself some nice wide sounds. You can also use this plugin on the entire stereo bus as well. Just again, make sure that you don't hover into the 0-1 area, because then your track is going to be out of phase. When it's summed to mono, it's not going to sound good. Some pieces, artifacts of your track is going to be missing and it's not going to sound the way you want it to be. Always keep your mixes in phase. If you do have any questions on this video, you can ask me in the comment section below. For more good videos like this one, remember to hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you all soon. Later. Peace.